Hi everyone, today we are going to take you through a short butte workout. All we're going to use is this mini loop band. We call these the green monsters at the studio because they are not forgiving, but you can grab whatever you need. If you don't have a band, just take it to your mat. Starting on all fours, band above your knees, lock it under that right knee so it has some freedom, and maybe hook it over your left foot. Take your hands under the shoulders, find a nice long lift out of the shoulders, pick up that left knee, flex your left foot, start to push that leg back, and then slow pull it in. So as we start to feel that press through the back of that left hip, I want you to push a little more into that left hand, think of lifting that left rib cage up towards the side, and then really pushing from the entire back of that left leg, pushing from the heel, and then lengthening your chest forwards, the crown to the front, nice and slow, release on the way back. Really feel that feedback from the band as you pull it in without letting that leg slingshot back. Two more, just full press back. Good, toes are facing down, and then hold that last one back. Try and stay at the end of this. Tiny bend in the knee, big push back. Let's go for a little quicker. So we go for these like tiny bend presses. Really think of the back of the kneecap tightening back towards the ceiling as you keep pushing that left hand just a little bit more. Good. Now hold that left leg back behind you nice and strong. Think of lifting it half an inch higher. Toes are pointing down. We're gonna just go for tiny pulses. These are small. Make it from your glutes, not from your back. So really trying to keep that tailbone slightly towards your right knee. Pull that leg long, take it a little bit to the left, back to the center, tiny open, tiny shut. Try and steady that right side body. Make sure you're not leaning to the right. Good. Nice and strong. The arms, hips are steady, no rocking, no wiggling. Pull that last one back behind you, and then slowly lower down to your right elbow. Move your right thumb towards your left hand. Open the hips slightly towards the top, and then lift the leg a little higher. Give me little pulses. Good. So we're finding that slight rotation in that left hip. Think of lifting your right side body a little more off the floor, opening the chest and leaning the head back. Good. You can always come to left fingertips. Hold the leg, pull the knee slow towards that left shoulder, keeping that hip open. Push it away. Nice and strong. As you press away, think of really kicking that foot away from the collarbones, away from the chest. Good, so we're feeling a little more into that glute med. Try to keep that thigh as lifted as possible off the floor. Two more slow, push it back. Last one, you know what's coming. We're gonna stay at the end of this. Hold it at the end, slight diagonal, and then lift and push. Tiny bend presses. This is not a deep bend in your knee. It's a tiny, tiny micro release and a big push out. For 3, 2, let's stay there. I'm feeling it, little lift. We're done. Think of the outer edge of that left foot. Reaching the ceiling, maybe challenge your core. Tuck your right toes, reach that left arm, hold it. 8 of these. Stretch, open up the side. Lean your hips an inch back and finish in 2 and 1. Drop down. Woo! This break feels good. Tap that butt cheek a little bit, just give it a little release. And then we're gonna take it to the other side. So as you come into this, take the band back over your knees, and then you're gonna anchor it with your left knee. You're gonna slide your right foot in the loop, walk your hands under the shoulders, and then push the ground away. My band slipped, bring it back, this is good. Now hold it there, find a lift out of your low back, lift that right knee, nothing shifts, right leg is strong, we push it back for 2. Good. So start to think of where you're starting to initiate that press. I want you to contract that gluteal muscle and really think of contracting through the back of the leg. Pushing it nice and long, toes down, ribs in, push it back. Good. And in, nice and slow, release. Back for 2. 2 more, we're going for that big donkey press. Push back. Try and find that full elongation. Last one, I want you to hold it back. Stay. Give me a tiny bend and a big push out. So we bend and push. I always stay. You want to stay at the end of the shape. Try and elongate, and then keep a soft bend in your elbows. Open the chest, but keep that tailbone tucked. 3 more. 2. Hold the leg as long as you can. Flex the toes down. We're gonna go for tiny, tiny lifts. Now, if you're arching your back, you're gonna try and minimize the lift, and really feel that tailbone shifting toward your left knee, your bottom knee. For 3, for 2, hold it there. Take the leg a little wide and narrow. So I'm not wiggling my hips. I'm trying to really balance that low back and keeping your left hip like it's pushing against the wall. So again, we're keeping the toes down, hips are forwards, shoulders, everything is square. Find that little more inner thigh engagement on that lifted leg. 2 more, push back and in. Last one, I want you to hold that leg on that slight angle. Sit down to your opposite elbow, start to open the hip, come up on your fingertips on that top arm, hold it there, little lifts. Good, so we're finding that maximum press of that outer leg. Beautiful. Now, the tighter the band, the less range of motion you have, but you're gonna keep that top leg as straight as possible. Pushing from that foot, hold it there, stay there. Give me a bend towards your top knee, elbow, and then push it away. So we go high. You wanna try and make sure there's tons of space between your inner thighs. You're trying to keep that knee as high as you can. We're gonna go for 2 more here. Push away. Last one here. Push it back. And we're gonna see at the end of this tiny little presses. We're done here. You've got 8, 7, 6. When you're ready, we're holding 4, 3, 2. Stay there. Maybe peel that right arm up. Maybe tuck the back toes behind you. Little lips. Open the chest. You got 8, 7. This should be your maximum press. Biggest tension out of the band. Last 2 and 1, and drop it down. Take that second to recharge, reset yourself, recover, push on that outer hip, and then come up. We're gonna finish with a little bit of standing, just to get a little more activation. Let's use that band over your thighs, over your knees. Okay, we're finding a nice wide squat. We're gonna start with a little stand and push. So finding the weight into your heels, hips back, chest stays slightly forwards. Find your deepest breath, just connecting into this new move. Hold it down, stay halfway, let's little tap. You go tap and tap. So I just want you to find that little movement, keeping that press out of the knees. Maybe add a little punch, just give it a little more fun. Revolve from the ribs, push it out. 4, 3. We're gonna take it 2 monsters. We're gonna walk over to one side and then to the other. Now you wanna stay low. You wanna think of that center of gravity close to the earth, and you wanna keep the weight in your heels and that band pushing out. Toes are facing forwards. Push it out. Last one, hold it there. Now look at me. Tap it out. We're gonna take those taps a little different. We're gonna tap 2 left and then step right into a low wide squat. Tap left toes, right leg out. Push it, we go. 2 taps, right leg, side squat. We tap this side, drop it. 2 more, push. Sit low and wide. Last one, tap. Now hold it. Stay here, lift your toes, tiny pulse. Push the band out. Just wrap those knees a little bit behind you. Hold it, maybe take your hands to heart. Now stay low, hold it there, little toe taps. So we're gonna go for those little shakes. You wanna tap your toe as many times as you can. Let those hips shiggle, jiggle, and wave. Hold it there. I always like to add some front arms, just to give myself a little more movement, upper body. Last 10 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna tap out. Just give yourself a little recharge. Same thing, other side. We go 2 right, 1 drop, and out. 2 right, 1 drop. We're almost there. Push. Good, go for that low squat. Give your hips low to the earth. 1 more, take it, tap, and tap. Hold it, last one. Little pulses and press out. We are done in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're done. Oh man, take that off. Everything is burning. Thank you guys. We will meet for some arms and core a little later.